Hey everyone, today we're going to learn how to make set lists from scratch directly on your black box prompter. No thumb drive needed. Now there are two ways to make set lists. You can certainly open up a notepad, or if you're on a Mac text editor, Google Docs, and you can upload your set list to your set list folder on your thumb drive and load it over. And that method certainly works. This method, however, is going to be preferred because the assumption here is you already have your songs preloaded and it'll actually find the right songs. There's no mismatch of finding the right song. Whereas if you had a typo on the other one, or you had a weird character, there could be an issue of it finding the right song. So in this method, this is the preferred method where we're going to use the internal setlist maker on the prompter to make these from scratch. So that's the first thing you're going to learn. The second thing you're going to learn is how to edit your existing set lists. Okay, so we're gonna kill two birds with one stone. Let me share my screen here. I'm going to go over to my prompter. And I'm on my main menu. The first item is songs and set lists. Let's go into that. And we're going to go into item number 4, create set list. Oh, by the way, make sure you're on at least version 3.33 of the software. Otherwise, your menu might look different. You might not have the full features here. All right, the next thing it's going to ask, hey, what do you want to call the set list? We're going to give it a name. So let's go ahead and choose enter set list name. And then I've got my keyboard attached. Make sure you have your keyboard connected. I'm just going to call this simply test set list. Now, when I name the set list, make sure there's no spaces. Operating system doesn't like spaces in the file names. So this is a file, by the way. So this is just going to be called test set list. And then no special characters, right? Don't use parentheses or apostrophes. You can use dashes and underscores, but try to stay away from any weird characters, okay? Going to keep it simple, test set list. I'm going to hit enter. And then the next screen is going to take me into the set list maker. At the top, it says create set list. Very good. Now, look how it says in yellow, set 1, song 1, okay? So this is a clean slate, and we're going to be able to add multiple songs to set 1. And then we can also add more songs to set 2 and set 3 and so on. All right, and I'm going to show you how to do just that. But let's go down the list here. First one, please choose songs, actions from the list below it. Exit and do not create. That's if you want to back out. The next item is to save the set list when you're done. And then this third item is when you want to create a new set. Okay, so let's go ahead and create our first set. I'm going to cherry pick. I've got a bunch of songs here. Obviously, your list will look different. I'm going to cherry pick a few songs here. So let's go into, I'm going to go down. Let's pick, I don't know, Achy Breaky Heart. I'm going to hit enter or the middle select button. And when I do that, it should, there it goes. It says set 1 and then -1. That -1 means it's the first song of the first set. Okay, it's that simple. All right, let's pick the second one. We're just going to go in order. I'm going to go down. Let's go down quite a ways. Let's pick up something. I don't know. We're going to do Come On Eileen for the second song. I hit enter. All right. For the third song, we're going to go, I don't know. Let's do Drift Away for the third song. Now, let's say you made a mistake. If I made a mistake, you can actually hit enter again and it takes it away. Okay. Or select again your middle pedal button there and it'll take it away and let you choose something else. All right. So I'm going to choose Driving My Life Away for the third one. Okay. All right. So we're going to keep going. I'm just going to choose a few more here. Let's do Fight for Your Right. It's going to be a very mixed set here. And then let's go back up the top. Oh, we got to have Don't Stop Believin'. Okay. Everybody loves that song. All right. So I've got, I hit Don't Rock the Jukebox. I'm going to hit enter and then that erases it. And then I'm going to Don't Stop Believing. There we go. Okay. So as you can see here, it follows in order set 1-5. Now let's say it's like, hey, it's going to be a small set. I only do 5 songs before I go on break. And then I'll start set number 2. How do I do that? Let's go back to the very top. And again, I've got my keyboard here. I'm just hitting the arrow button, by the way. Now, if you're using your pedal, you can certainly do this with your pedal. It will just be your left button or foot switch on your pedal to take you to the top. All right. This option right here, it says new set. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to click new set and watch what happens at the top in yellow. You see what it just did? It went from set 1. Now it says set 2 and now it's ready for song 1. Okay. So what's the first song of set 2 going to be? I don't know. I'm just going to pick some more ones at random. We'll do American Girl and then watch this. It says set 2-1. Okay. We'll do Back in Black. Set 2, and you get the point. And then I'll just pick one more for grins. Brown Eyed Girl, sure. All right. set 2-3, okay? And when you're ready to do another set, again, go back to the top and click new set. All right, but I think you get the point by now. You pretty much understand the logic. Let's go ahead and save, and that is back again up at the top where it says done, save the set list. I'm going to do just that. All right. And when I do that, it takes me back to the previous menu. Now, how do I know it just made that set list? Let's go check it. Let's go proof our work. Let's go check it. All right, item number 1, view set list. Let's go and let's see if my test set list is there. And I've got a bunch of old set lists. And look at the very bottom, I got test set list right there at the bottom. Go ahead and hit the bottom one. Yep, I have some other set lists here, but the test set list, I'm going to go ahead and enter it so you can see what we just created. All right, make sure that it's showing up properly. Yep, we only made 2 set lists, therefore it's showing set 1 and set 2. I'm going to hit set 1, and there they are, beautiful, just in the order as we listed them. Okay, I'm going to back out. I'm going to go into set 2, make sure they're there, and yep, they're all there. Okay, very good. All right, so that's how you make a set list from scratch. Now, that's great for your next gig. What about the gig after this and you want to edit that set list? Okay, so let's talk about editing an existing set list. And you can actually do that using our text editor, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to, and again, you don't have to use a thumb drive for any of this. All of this is happening directly on your prompter. You don't have to go back and forth with another computer or laptop or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to back out. All right. So when I back out, I double click the left foot switch. Now, let's see. The first thing we need to do to edit our set, we have to enable set list editing mode. So look at number 6. I'm going to go down to number 6, enable set list editing. So let's go ahead and navigate down. I'm going to go ahead and use this guy here, and then I'm going to hit enter. And then it says, do you want to enable it? Yep. I'm going to hit enter one more time to enable set list editing. And notice it went from off to the on position right here. Okay. Now from here, let's go into the set list that we want to edit. All right. So let's say we've already done the gig of that first set list that we put together. Now we have another gig and we want to change it up a little bit. Okay. So I'm going to hit view set lists. And then notice that in yellow, it now says double click select to edit the set list. Okay. And it's already defaulted to the one we just did. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to double click test set list. Now, when I do that, it pulls up the text editor. Okay. Now this should look familiar. These are the songs that we just listed in order. Okay. Now, if your text editor doesn't look blue like this, there's a video on how to change it, but it's real simple. There's some settings that you can actually go into and you can change the colors or whatnot of in the settings of this. But from here, let's say we want to change the order here. Let's say we want to open up with maybe Don't Stop Believing, right? So all I have to do, I can take my mouse on this and I can double click and it'll highlight the whole line. I can do like a cut if you guys are familiar with copy and paste or cut and paste. And then let's say I want to put it in the very first slot up here, and then I can paste it just like that. And then I'm going to hit enter to bring the next one down. Okay. So that's just a quick and easy way. But let's say you want to add songs. Okay. What other songs do we have here? I think there was a song called Amarillo by Morning. And maybe there's another one called All the Small Things. All the Small Things. And then everybody loves it when we end on Purple Rain. So I'm just going to add Purple Rain. It's that easy. You just type it in. Again, make sure you're spelling it just right. It should be the same name of the song. No apostrophes, no question marks, no weird characters. Right? Keep it very clean. Now, when you name the songs, like I'm doing here, spaces are allowed and encouraged. Okay. It's only when you save the file. All right. When you save the setlist name is when you cannot use spaces. Okay, so keep that in mind. There's a difference there. Let's say we want to do a third set. When you want to do a third set, all you have to do is skip a line. Every time you skip a line, it tells the system, hey, I'm going into a new set. Okay, so the next one is going to be Jenny. We're going to do, I don't know, Rebel Yell, and if I can spell it, and then we're going to do like another 80s song, Whip It, and then Keep Your Hands to Yourself. There you go. So now you can tell we have three sets here, right? And I can easily eyeball that we have 3 sets because I see the space right here. This is set 1 space, tells it to go to set 2 space, and this will be set 3. Okay. Now I can save this as is and overwrite it, but what I would like to do, click the options here. So instead of saving over the old one, I might want to give it a different name. Let's go ahead and give it a different name. So you see these 3 lines here that opens up options. We're going to go ahead and hit save as. All right, this way it's going to let me save it as a different name. So set list, and then let's give it a date. I'm just going to say, I don't know, we'll just say July 4th. July 04, 25. Okay, now it overrode it. And then, by the way, when you do save it, make sure you end with the right extension, which is .show. Okay, just as we saw before, because .show is the format that it needs to be a set list. That the system knows it's a set list because it's called .show. So if you accidentally overwrite .show like I did, make sure you add it back. Again, no spaces here, no weird characters. All right, so we gave it a new name. I'm going to go ahead and click save. And then to exit, that's real simple. So I'll go ahead and hit the X up here in the corner with my mouse or my trackpad. Okay, and then look, boom, it takes you right back. This is pretty nice. It takes you right back to your list of set lists. And then let's just open it up and make sure it took. We go ahead and go into it, and yep, now we have 3 set lists. Let's go ahead and pop open set list number 3. And then there's set list number 3. All in its glory. Yep, perfect. Very good, guys. So that is how you create set lists from scratch and how you can edit your set lists to create new set lists and save them as new set list names. If you do have any questions on this, feel free to reach out. We're at blackboxprompter.com/support.